on today's review, this is something that I can't believe that I put off for so long, because after I watched this movie, I felt so stupid that I did not see it years ago, because honestly, it's probably one of the greatest horror movies ever made, and I know everybody probably says that, but after watching this film, I can definitely see why. And for those of you that follow the channel, you guys know that I'm definitely talking about John Carpenter's The Thing. Let's get into this finally.
What do we do?
Why don't we just wait here for a little while? See what happens.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Like I said, today I'm going to be doing a kind of a deeper dive review into John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982, starring the main man, the manly man, Kurt Russell. Wow. Kurt Russell in this movie that's how you want to look. If you're a man, that's how you want to look. He got that nice beard, nice flowing hair, got the jacket. He's looking pretty damn fly. Like, back in the 80s, you know that dude was getting all the chicks. No doubt about it. He looked freaking awesome, dude. I wish I looked like that back in the day. Opening scene of this movie, you just see this helicopter flying by, chasing after this huge, crazy No, I'm just kidding. It was chasing after a dog. And you're like, what? Really? Why is this helicopter chasing after a dog? Like, you got no idea. And this research base out in Antarctica, that's where Kurt Russell and his research team are. And they have no idea what's going on. They're obviously super confused why this dog is being chased by this helicopter. And it makes a lot of sense, because it's just literally a little dog, and they're shooting at it. These freaking like machine guns from the helicopter and whatnot, and obviously they're trying to put this dog down. So this dog must have did something crazy, or there's something not right with this dog that they're trying to do this. McCready, that is Kurt Russell's character in the film. He kind of develops into the leader of this group. There's so many of them are indecisive, arguing what to do, what the next steps are throughout this movie, and he's the one that stands up, takes charge, and leads them in the direction that he thinks is best in order for any of them to survive what's going on in the film. There's another camp set up there from where that dog eventually came from, the Norwegian camp. So McCready and a couple others go investigate to see what exactly happened at that camp. Once they get there, they find that it's like a bloodbath. The people there have been burned. A lot of stuff there has been set fire and burned. They don't know exactly what's going on. They have no idea. And find this disfigured, obviously it was a human, but now it's disfigured and weird looking. So they bring it back to their base so they can like check it out and see what the hell exactly it is, or what exactly happened to it. Personally, I love the way the corpse looked, because you're just thinking to yourself, what the hell happened to this dude that now he looks like that? Or what came out of that dude that he looks like that? That's not what a normal person looks like, and we're gonna find out pretty soon what exactly happened to that thing, and we're gonna get into it. As this movie goes along, the dog is obviously at this facility, and something is not right with this dog. These like tentacle shit start coming out of the dog and wrapping it up, and it's freaking like oozing disgusting shit and morphing right before your eyes, because the thing is like changing what the dog looks like. It's like, I don't even know. It's like devouring its body and making it its own dog. like thing version of the dog. It's fucking disgusting. The thing in this movie, the practical effects in this movie, phenomenal. They do not use practical effects enough in film today. Obviously, they do the CGI shit. The CGI shit is no comparison to sitting down, taking the time to do these effects practically and make them look like they're real. And I've heard people say it about this movie, but they were not joking at all. These are the best practical effects I've ever seen. And I think that's probably why this movie is recognized as probably one of the best horror movies of all time. Even though when it came out, people did not like it. It was not critically accepted. The fans didn't like it. I just think it was ahead of its time. Carpenter made this film and people were like, they couldn't think that deeply to understand exactly what was going on. And I think it lost some people. But as time went on, people fell in love with it. It became one of Carpenter's best films. Obviously, my personal best is Halloween, which you guys already would have known that. But The Thing is definitely up there. It has to be one of his best films. And I believe it said like there's a 75% chance like the entire crew would be infected by whatever this thing is. I could be wrong on that. It's been a little while since I watched this, probably a week and a half, so I took my notes down, but I'm not 100% sure if that was actually the real number, so let me know the percentage below if you guys know it. I thought it was 75%. And then he was doing some more calculations, and then within 27,000 hours, everyone will be contacted by this thing if they don't shut it down right now at this camp. A scene that I really liked in this movie was Bennett, whenever he was getting torched in the outside. Oh my gosh, it was so badass. Everything they think the thing contacted or is inside of or whatnot, they torch it with the freaking flamethrower. The flamethrower scenes are so badass. I guess that's the only way to make sure the thing is dead for sure, but nobody ever really knows if the thing is dead for sure because the thing imitates whatever it wants to take on. So all of them, they're there. They don't know who's real and who's the thing. The thing could be in multiple people. It could be, you don't know because it imitates and acts just like the person normally would. So you never 100% know who the thing is. And that's what this movie's about. The paranoia. You know, you can't trust anybody. You go through this whole movie and you don't know who the thing is at all. Because it can be anybody. Another part of this movie I really like was Blair. He's one of the people there as well. He's fucking flipping out. He's destroying like all the computers with an axe. He's freaking trying to kill the other members of this research team. He fucking lost it. So they throw his ass out in the shed. They give him some food, give him some water, and they don't know. They don't know if he's the thing or if he's just flipping out. They don't know. So they stick him out there just to be safe, to keep him isolated. But he's like, I'm better now. I can come back inside. Please, it's cold out here. Let me come back inside with the rest of you guys. McCready doesn't trust him. They just keep him out there just to be safe. But like I said, there could be more than one thing. So you don't know. That guy, Blair, could be the thing, but the thing could also be McCready. It could be anybody inside of the research team, which is what makes this movie so great, because you're thinking the whole time, is he the thing? Is that the thing? Is that the thing? Because you just don't know. You do not know. And that is the scariest part, is not knowing. It's different when you see Michael Myers coming at you and you know that's the killer. You know he's the one that's trying to kill you. In this movie, you have no idea. Anybody in there could be the thing. Come up with this method to test to see if somebody is the thing. The blood test, they put it in this little tray, and then they touch something super hot to it to see if it reacts, because the thing obviously reacts to the heat and to the fire. And then, so if the blood does not do anything, then that person would not be the thing. However, when they stick the hot thing into the blood will react and freak out, kind of. That's who you know is the thing. So it was a genius test and a very simple test to see who could be the thing. Very smart idea. Didn't have to go through any crazy like analysis or anything. Just really simple. Draw the blood, test it with the hot, whatever you happen to be poking it with that's super duper hot. And it worked. Like I said, McCready was the perfect person to lead this film, to be the leader. He's so calm and collected throughout this whole film. No matter what's going down, he has a plan. He's trying to do whatever he can to help these men survive this crazy thing ordeal. And I just think Kurt Russell totally dominates the role. And it's just fantastic. Outside lane, we get a big, could be a big hint. We find McCready's jacket laying outside in the snow. So they're thinking the thing might have got into McCready and changed him into the thing, because it does turn into you and it imitates the person, but it like loses the name and identity. And his jacket did have McCready on it, so his jacket was outside because the thing didn't want to be known as McCready. So they're kind of coming around that, wait a minute, maybe he actually is one of the things, and he's just trying to manipulate the rest of us to do what he wants, and then he's just going to kill everybody or infect everybody with, the thing. Like I said, this movie makes you think. I usually don't like these kind of movies, as dumb as that makes me sound. I usually don't like to think that much while I'm watching a movie. Sit back and relax and have a good time. This one made you think. What is going on? Is this the thing? Is that guy the thing? Is Bennett the thing? Is Blair the thing? You just don't know. And I was fucking hooked. As soon as this movie started, I was hooked. Jason Smith from Sinister Cinema, he couldn't believe I never watched this movie. And buddy, I can't believe I never watched this movie either. Because it's just so good. The scene in the lab, whenever they're trying to, I think maybe like I thought the one guy had like a heart attack or whatnot. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks since I watched this. He's laying on the lab table. Oh my gosh. His freaking stomach opens up, eats that dude's freaking hand. Big thing looking fucking creature comes out. Oh my gosh. Like I said, the practical effects are phenomenal in this film. That whole lab scene had me hooked. It was incredible. I don't know why they can't do this shit today. I don't understand. It really cannot be that hard to take the time to do good practical effects instead of just being like, oh, let's go CGI instead. Fuck it. Oh my gosh. Also in that lab scene, the infamous, iconic spider head walking around with the freaking things coming out. Oh my god. I've seen that before just on like clips and shit, but actually watching that head freaking rock around on the floor, it's creepy shit, man. But it looks so good as well. I just can't say enough about the practical effects in this bad boy. Another great scene. McCready tests his blood, and guess what? He does not get a reaction. He's the man. He's not one of the things, at least not yet, that we know of. He tested it. He didn't have it. But the other guys are all tied up because they just can't. They can't trust anyone, so they have to do what they got to do. McCready thinks he's not one of the things, so he ties up the other guys because he doesn't know if they are. And I don't blame him. He's doing whatever he can to make sure that he survives, and he helps the ones that are not the things to get out of there. And just a dedicated leader, and I love it. Another character in this movie, Palmer, his freaking head split. So good. I know this just sounds like a review gushing over the practical effects, but it's pretty much what it is, because, wow. Wow. You just can't get enough. You can't get enough. And then they did a sequel later on to this, which was like a prequel, but they switched out all the practical for the CGI. So I heard it was a good film. I haven't seen it, but the effects were not anywhere close to this film right here. They find out later, they're investigating, they find out that Blair was slowly building a spaceship with helicopter parts in order to escape. I just don't understand how he was supposed to get the spaceship out of where it was, because it was like buried under the snow. So even if he did get it functioning, how is it supposed to get out? It was buried, like buried. I didn't understand how he was planning to get it out of there, unless it was that powerful of an engine to fly up out of there. I have no idea. I didn't understand that part, but nonetheless, that was pretty cool that he was building that spaceship with all the helicopter parts that I guess nobody knew were missing. I don't know. I guess hopefully nothing needed fixed on a helicopter, because it's down there and freaking in the snow, sitting on a spaceship. The Thing's objective in this was they were getting close and they were burning the shit down. So the Thing would freeze itself, like it did in the past. That's how the research team and the Norwegians found it. It was buried in a block of ice under the snow, and they dug it out and then they thawed it out, and then the Thing led to all these problems. So the Thing will freeze itself until a rescue team comes to find it again and dig it up, so the whole process can start again. Because obviously it's trying to get out of the Arctic and spread, throughout the world, and it's just waiting for the research team. We'll come and find it, thaw it back out like they did, and it would repeat the process again. The remaining people on this research base, they understand that they're not going to make it out of here. There's no possible way. They're not going to live. So the next best thing, burn it all down. Burn everything. Do not let the Thing freeze, so that this process can continue. They want to burn everything to the ground, warm everything up, so they'll kill it. And like I said, they know they're not going to make it. There's just no possible way of survival. So next best thing is save humanity. So that's a heroic thing to do, to realize that you're going to die, but you're worried about the rest of the world, so they got to stop it now. I mean, they'd live for a little bit, because that would be nice and hot with all those flamethrowers and everything burning around them. So it would work. Something that had me cracking up. He fucking yells. I don't even know why he does it. He's like blowing shit up, and he's like, "Fuck you too." I don't know why I find that so funny, as he's just yelling, but I don't know. That was a funny ass part.
Yeah, fuck you too.
Like I said, it would have helped if I rewatched this recently, but it's been about 2 weeks, so just kind of I got some notes written down. But being the me that I am, one, I can't read them very good, and two, I didn't go into enough detail. Obviously, at the time, I knew what I was writing down, but over the span of a couple weeks, I kind of fucking forgot what exactly this says. Another guy I forgot to mention in this movie the whole time was Childs, and it's because they don't really focus on. They jump around so much in this movie between characters that you kind of don't know what the other ones are doing during certain parts of the movie. So then I kind of forgot about them, to be honest. Besides, obviously, McCready, because main character in the film. But Childs was another one of the people working there, and he had a flamethrower, and McCready had a flamethrower as well. And I don't think neither one of them at the end of this movie knew that the other one was alive. So the only two remaining throughout this whole ordeal. Everybody else has either been killed, the Thing got a hold of them and fucking destroyed them. And the people get mutated by the thing into these, exactly what the word is, a thing. They got heads over here, arms over here, fangs over here, teeth over here, all like mutated, and it looked amazing. I can't say it enough. But like I said, they don't know who. Nobody knew who the thing were for the most part, so fuck it. Everybody got killed at some point, burned alive, whatever. But McCready and Childs are the only ones left. After McCready burned all the shit down, and then here comes Childs, and neither one of them knows if one's the thing, they're both the thing. Neither of them are the thing. So they really don't know what to do. So Childs asks McCready, "What are we gonna do?" And he just says, I guess we'll just sit here and wait and see what happens." And they just sit there together, living in paranoia, obviously, until they somehow get rescued, or they turn on each other and kill each other, or whatever. But the ending makes you think so much. Was McCready the thing the whole time, trying to make us think that he wasn't? But in fact, he was the thing orchestrating everything else that happened, so that everyone else would be burned and killed. He would be the one left. So somehow a rescue team, obviously if he would freeze, he'd be okay, because he'd be the thing. A rescue team would come and find him, and then take him to other parts of the globe to spread the thing. We don't know, and that's the brilliance of this ending. We don't know if Childs is the thing, or McCready, or both, or none. It leaves you with that open ending. It just pans back and sees the shit burning, and then the credits roll. By the way, great scores in this whole entire movie. Obviously, John Carpenter was around for Halloween and Halloween 2, Halloween 3. So it seemed, you could tell that this was his music for sure. It had some Halloween vibes to me, which is probably another reason I dug this movie. But the ending is what gets you. It's paranoia is the point of this movie. They just have to sit there and wait, because neither one of them wants to pull the trigger and kill the other one, because they don't know. The way it seems, it kind of seems like McCready was the thing the entire time, setting this whole thing up in motion. And I find that very fascinating. I do. That you don't know. A guy that you thought was good and not infected this whole movie was really the one infected after the dog. You know what I mean? And we never know. Because that's what this ending does. It makes you think. It makes you wonder, holy shit, was he the thing the whole time? Is Childs the thing? They're just going to sit there and what? And wait? But that's what the thing would want to do. Maybe they're both the thing. Maybe they're both infected. And that's why they're both going to just sit there, wait and see what happens. They're going to freeze both of them and get rescued and blah, blah, blah. You don't know. And that's the thing of this movie. Paranoia gets inside of you and will freaking tear you apart. Trust issues are huge. You don't know who you can trust and who you can rely on, that you're just there for yourself. That's hard. That is really hard. You'd be driving yourself crazy. You'd be going mentally insane. Just dealing with who's what. When are they going to change? Am I changed? Am I the thing? Do I not know I'm the thing? It's a fantastic film. I can't believe I waited this damn long to watch it. I know this was a longer review than usual, but I had to give it its praise for sure. It might not have been as informative as I would have hoped, but you get the gist of how I felt about this flick. And honestly, I'd probably give it, I believe I gave Halloween a 4.5 out of 5. I'd probably give this a 4.25 out of 5. That's how highly I'd rank this film. A little bit under Halloween for me, but it's still damn good. I'd imagine most people have seen The Thing. Was one of the last few people that I know of that have not seen it. So if you've seen it, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below. I appreciate everybody taking the time to watch this video, and definitely hit the like for me. Makes me feel good, warm and fuzzy when you guys do that. But damn, this was a fun ass time talking about this flick. Wait a minute. Now that you mention it, I did see this dog the other day. Maybe I'm the Thing too. I don't know. Oh my god. Have a scary day.